I'm Lynn Chisholm. I'm the chef and owner of the Paddock Club in Elkhart Lake. Today I'm here with Wisconsin Foodie and I'm going to be roasting a porchetta with butternut squash and pancetta stuffing. Porchetta is a classic Italian pork roast, typically seasoned with ground fennel seed right here, some minced garlic, fresh rosemary, and salt and pepper. The cut of meat that we're using is going to be either pork shoulder or pork butt. We have our piece right here, and as you can see, there's a little bit of fat on the top. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean a little bit of that off. And you have to remember this is a fattier piece of meat, and we're gonna be cooking it for about 3 hours. And a lot of that fat will just melt away. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut it so it's about 1 inch thick. And I'm gonna start by going down here. And now that we have that open, I'm gonna go right through this other side. Okay, we're going to season it with salt and pepper on both sides. So I'm putting a little bit of that minced garlic down, some of the ground fennel seed. This is really gonna marry well with the flavor of the pork. And then I'm gonna also put some chopped fresh rosemary. All right, so we're seasoned up here. I'm just gonna press the garlic into it. It'll hold better once we roll it up. And we're gonna just start rolling it from here. Keep this as tight as possible. Then we're gonna take some butcher's twine and I'm gonna sneak my twine under like that. I'm gonna make 1 tie right here. So once you have that, kind of put my finger right here, and I'm gonna go around again. And then we're just gonna pull this through. This doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you're gonna be sealing in all the juice with the rosemary and the garlic, and you're gonna have bold flavor with that fennel. You're definitely gonna get some caramelization on the outside because we're gonna be cooking this for about 3 hours. So next I'm going to peel an onion and we're gonna slice it and lay it in the bottom of underneath the pork. So I'm just gonna rough chop this and I'm going to lay it in the bottom here. I'm gonna go ahead and put my pork right on top of that. We're gonna preheat an oven to 350 degrees and you're gonna roast this for about 3 hours. Okay, so while our pork is roasting, I'm going to prepare the stuffing. So I'm gonna heat a pan over medium heat, and you wanna use a larger saute pan. I'm gonna add a little bit of 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. What we're going to do first is we're going to cut our pancetta. We're gonna add our pancetta. I'm going to add some sliced garlic. You can smell the garlic and the olive oil. Next up, we're going to add our onion. Go right in with the onion. So, anytime I slice a carrot, I like to make that flat surface. Make 1 slice, get a flat surface. And then slice from there. This is a butternut squash, and you can see using this peeler makes it so much easier. I'm just going to use the top part. I would say this would serve about 6 to 8 people, the amount of stuffing that we're making. I'm going to add some fresh chopped sage from my garden. I have a couple different varieties, so we have some nice color. And then also a little rosemary. Okay. Ah, that looks great. I'm going to season this now with a little salt And keep in mind, not too much salt, because you do have the pancetta that also has a little bit of salt in it. And black pepper. What I did here was I had a day-old loaf of bread, and what I did was I just tore it up, and then I put it in the oven for about 15 minutes just to dry it out a little bit. I'm gonna add my bread to the mix. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock at a time. I don't really wanna soak it so much. So now you wanna grab a baking dish, and we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about half hour to 45 minutes. And you definitely wanna stir it every once in a while. For the sake of TV, we've pre-cooked a porchetta and some of the stuffing. So, as you can see, our stuffing is looking crispy on the top and kind of gooey. So we'll bring this out, and then we'll remove the string with the stuffing. You can slice this as thick as you want. It's so tender and it's falling apart a little bit, but that's okay. You know, it's gonna taste so good regardless. I'm gonna take the jus that we have in the bottom here. The onions as well are gonna be pretty delicious. I'm gonna use those. And we're just gonna pour some of that right over the pork. All right, now this is my favorite part. Let's have a taste. And there you have it, roast porchetta on a bed of butternut squash and pancetta stuffing, finished with the natural jus and some caramelized onions. I'm Lynn Chisholm. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in this recipe, go to wisconsinfoodie.com.